Greetings, patriots, starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we're on a worldwide and galactic revolution, and also a very serious financial revolution. Now, I'm getting a lot of people very concerned about their credit cards and the taxes that are owed that they think they owe, mortgages that aren't paying, they're not paying, whatever, and that's fine. And like I said, I am not a financial advisor, but I am a hard-nosed, retired contractor worldwide, and I do know and have been in fights with them pretty much half my life. And they had put me into bankruptcy twice, and in Canada you're allowed to do that, and I know you're not allowed to do that in the States, but let me just say one thing for sure. Everybody out there that's got bills out there and you're getting grinded and squeezed by these criminal actors trying to perform illegal predatory acts on you are again doing it against the law. Okay, you have many things on your side, patriots. You have God, first and foremost. You have the truth, second and foremost. You have a huge support tribal family out there behind you that's all doing the same thing. And we all want to do the same thing. We all want to go in the same direction. Then, of course, then you have the law on your side. You have the Constitution on your side. You have everything on your side. They have nothing on their side. They have been practicing predatory lending since 1913. Predatory lending, what does that mean? Well, this is what it means. It means when they set up a contract for you to sign, they do that, you sign it under false pretenses because they lied to you. That voids the contract. It kills the contract right away. And that's all you have to do is explain that in your affidavit. Anything that you signed, as far as signing up a credit card or anything, you signed it under false pretenses. You also signed it because they lied to you. Because in a credit card situation, which started, 30 years ago, 35 years ago now? I said back then, I says, look at all the fine print bullshit in that when I looked it over. I says, and I tried to tell my sister that. But, she dove in all feet first, right? Everybody's paid for it. Everybody's had to pay dearly for these predatory scammers, parasites that feed off of you for your money. And what I'm trying to tell you, that anything that you have signed in a credit card, a car loan, a mortgage, personal loan from the bank, that contract that you signed, whatever you're looking at right now, that was done under false pretenses. They lied to you. That tears up that contract. They're not supposed to take money from your birth certificate. Okay? Take money from your birth certificate, that is your money to begin with, and then lend it to you with interest on top. That's illegal. And you can tell that to the judge. You go in, and if people are having problems or say, well, we can't do bankruptcy because we're in the States and the IRS won't accept that, blah, blah. Okay, then you go in there and you fill out your affidavit. You go down to your local courthouse. You go in, okay? You can take that affidavit home, or you want to sit down at a desk and fill it all out. Fill your first, middle, and last name, whatever you want to do it, but do it in upper and lower case. Do it nice printing, take your time. Print it all out, write it all out nicely, upper, lower case, with no periods. Just commas, so that because that way the judge can't say it's a period and it stops his reading on it, because he'll know where you're going with this. So you just make that whole affidavit flow into one. You get what I'm saying, right? Then, once you get it and you're happy with it, I mean, you can go, if you're not happy with it, you make a mistake on it or whatever, or you can maybe pre-write it at home, okay? And then once you got it, then you just take it to your local courthouse and you file it or print it out on the affidavit and file it. Then when you take it up there, they'll maybe charge you $10, $15 to get it filed, okay? Then you'll say, when do I get my day in court? And she'll just check the docket. And she'll say, 6, 8, 9 months. Well, what's happening right now? The world is about to crash. I would guarantee you that you're not going to see your day in court. It won't even get there. But what you have done is put a stay. It's a stay on everything. Okay? Everything's put on hold. They cannot come attack you. They cannot even write you a letter. They cannot even do that. All right? And if they do, take a copy of the letter, all right? And you can sue them. And you attach that make a copy and attach that onto your affidavit. You will make copies of everything, by the way, too. Or the court will give you a copy of your affidavit. But you want one for yourself. And then maybe you want one to take to your bank, wherever the place is trying to sue you for your money. Then you can make a copy for them and send it off to them, or take a screenshot and email it off to the clowns and the parasites that are trying to do this to you. That's what I do. And I put them right back on their heels. Okay? There's lots of things that, I've had to go into court for. I mean, especially with people, customers not trying to pay their bills. I just got so fed up with it, and I just said, I just brought the guys over after there with a piece of equipment and said, you don't want to pay, we'll just tear it all down. That's what that's how we got it done. But, in bigger jobs and stuff like that, if people didn't want to pay, some occasions I would go in there and have to go in there and do this court thing, and it took forever. And this is going to be no different than any other timing about trying to go in there to get your day in court. I would expect it to be, once you file it, anywhere between 7 to 9 to maybe even 12 months before you get in. We're about to do a complete meltdown, collapse of the world stock market, and by the end of this month. That's going to change everything, because GESARA and NESARA will kick in. GESARA is active, and everything about what you've learned about GESARA is true. And if you want to ask anything about the GESARA, but what is coming and when it's coming, it's already been put down in place. You have your QFS money, that everything has been stolen from you through these predatory banks, will be given back to you. And if these banks are still open, they will only be open to do some wealth management. And if you want to take my advice, tell them, forget about it. It's thanks but no thanks. Okay, you handle your own money. You have your own wallet on your phone. There is nobody that, with the encryption and the frequency that you have between you and God, can get into your phone to steal your money. It's uncorruptible. They cannot corrupt it. So the only way these predatory banks and wealth management outfits can do, and it is to ask you, we charge this much money if you want to for us to handle some of your cash. They're going to be kissing your ass very, very soon. Credit cards won't exist next year. Won't exist. All loans and mortgages will cease to exist after the EBS. Everything's gone. I know things are really, really tough and it looks really, really dark right now, and you have nowhere to turn. But I'm telling you right now, yes, everything's going to be just fine. And I'm here to help you get through these dark times, because I know what it's like when you got these predators on you, and you have to treat them like parasites, what they are. They don't care, especially the IRS and the CRA. They are absolute ruthless reptilians. And the only thing they understand is things I don't want to mention. But I'll tell you something right now. Play their game. Play it hard. Right? You have concerns. You have been basically lied to and scammed into signing a contract, because the contract was for you to go in there and borrow the money, whatever. But if you look at the contract itself, that alone is illegal. That makes it predatory. So you remember all the things that I'm saying here. Put it down, very articulately on a nice piece of paper, and then copy it onto an affidavit. And, forget about the bankruptcy if you want. Just fight them in court, because I could tell you, once that thing gets submitted in court or at the courthouse, everything will shut down for them. They can't do nothing. All they can do is have their day in court, and chances are they won't even show up. And they're certainly not going to, in 7-8 months, they won't even exist. Okay? I'd be lucky if they're going to exist by the end of this year. We're in the middle of September, and with everything going on right now and what I'm seeing in the stock markets and the precious metals, and me driving around here trying to gather not evidence but intel, I can tell you, the banks are sucking wind. They're putting on a brave face, but I don't think they have what they think they have. If somebody wanted to go in there and take out $10,000 right now, they'd be hard pressed to get the money on any Canadian bank or American bank. I'm hearing another very, very big bank in the States just went down. They're gone. They just shut the doors on all the main branches, and of course their smaller branches. I don't know which one. I don't know, but we will know in the coming days. The old system's gone. And you're still playing, you're still diving into the old system, even though they're coming at you. Just in order to stop everything, that affidavit, what you put down as your claim, what I've been just explained to you, will stop their whole show. Because now it goes in the court. And the court has to hear the hearing. Their court, the Black Law Dictionary court. Okay? But they don't exist. You know what they're worried about right now? Whether or not they're going to be arrested for corruption. That's what the judge is worried about. He's worried about his own ass right now. So this is the way I see it. I see going in there, put your affidavit together. Articulately, the best way you can. A nice, clear printing, upper and lower case. No periods in it, just commas if you want. And carry on, nice flow, and, to state your piece, to state your claim. And if they're harassing you, you want to also consider suing them for harassment. You go on the attack. And I'll bet you that will not go in the court. Not with what's coming. There won't be any judges. There won't be any lawyers. There won't be any courts in the next 2 or 3 months. Nothing. So, I hope that helps everybody have a peace of mind. You have God, the law, and of course the tribe family on your side. They have nothing, okay, except their arrogance. Okay, so God bless everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.